Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another live stream of You Are the Reason. I am very tired. I have had a very long few days at work, so I've just had 12 hours of sleep and woken up just in time to stream, so hooray. Woo. Just getting my paperwork together as to what I'm doing today on the stream. Let's have a look. What was I up to? Okay, I know what I was... There was a stream yesterday which hasn't gone up on YouTube, so I'm just going to say this for everyone on YouTube. The problem is that due to some internet connectivity problems, about 10 minutes of the stream was recorded and archived, and then the other 50 minutes just didn't get recorded. So I'm going to go over briefly what I did yesterday. I talked a little bit about the reasons for deciding to eventually change the protagonist character from male to female, and basically that comes down to I did a big overview chart of the character and the arc I want them to take, and I stopped and looked at it and I was just sort of, you know what, this would work better with a female protagonist, so I've gone back and sort of rejigged it a little bit to fit that a bit better. I've made an introductory village which the character now spawns into, which looks like this. I need to edit what happens in this village, but currently after the opening cutscene you spawn from here and it's like, I need to leave the village and find somewhere that's a bit further away when no one's going to see me. And I'll go back and work on the text for that in a little bit, and I've got some things I want to plan with it. For that introduction I've got placeholder voice acting in there now, from a friend of mine, Jenny, who works on Indie Haven. One problem I do have is if you skip through the introductory text, it starts playing the next piece of audio without cutting the last one short, which means that I need to work out how to stop it doing overlapping audio, but that's something I'll work out. And I have a little bit of my next bit of cutscene ready to go, so I'm just going to play through this and show everyone where we're up to at the moment.
When I first knew I was different, I dreamt of changing the world. I dreamt of crowds cheering as I passed, children aspiring to be me. I thought being different would be something I could be proud of. I thought it would be the villains I'd be hiding my face from. I was wrong.
The problem that I have at the moment, let's go to event mapping. What I want to do at the end of that intro is I want to have the character, and I'm going to do a little bit of editing with how this intro plays out once I've worked out how to do this bit, but I basically want the main character somewhere away from the main village practicing using magic. So I want them to, what did I do? I want to find a good effect for the character using the fire, and then I want to have like a crackling fire effect show up on the map, which again I can't work out. What I've done at the moment is using the fire / animation over the character, which I might edit to one of the other fire effects. We'll try blow fire. See how that one looks. and then I set up a control switch, and then what I want to do is on the map where the character ends, I want to, if that control switch is on, set up a moving fire effect or something like that. So I know what I'm trying to do, but I'll give it a go in a second. I just want to see what this different fire effect looks like being used by the character. Okay, that effect definitely looks better. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 7. So I want the effect to be here. If switch 1 is on, which it will be, I want to put in a fire effect. So I would find that in Flame. But the problem I have is I don't know how to get this effect to animate. I want it to auto run if the condition is there. And what I need to do is I need to work out how to change it to one of the other bits of fire effect. We'll try inserting a fire sound. I know I can do that much. No, it's not in ME. Sound effect. Oh, we've got some fire effects. We'll try these. I want more of a crackling fire. I don't know if I'm going to find that in the sound effects folder, maybe. No. BGS? That's the one I'm looking for. Stop that for a second. Yeah, I'm really not sure how to make this a moving graphic from these options. Can I do a highlighting option? No. No, I have to stick with a static one for the effect. Oh, show animation. No, these are all physical person animations, aren't they? Okay, so that's not what I'm looking for. This event. No, that won't do. There's got to be an easy way to do this, and I just can't see what the method is for getting the fire effect to work. Change weapons. Let's just have a look how that looks in-game for now. I'll come back to working out how to animate it in a minute. We're making some progress. Okay, that's not good. That's not meant to happen. What did I do wrong there? Let's try deleting one of those effects. I have a suspicion I've put the character in the wrong place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. I think I need to cut that effect and put it one space across because I think they overlapped. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. Oh, the SE fire effect still isn't gone. So, remember to click apply. That's my Achilles heel. I never apply. Okay, I've got to move it down a slot, but I think this is working now. Okay, this leaves my character unable to move, and I'm not sure why that is at the moment, but... Do I need to put end event at the end of the event on map 4? Or put a timer on... Okay, this is worth a go. We'll add in a timing, so we'll wait about 60 frames, so I can always edit that. And then we'll do control switch. Control switch is turn off switch 1. We'll give that a shot. Okay, that does work. We need a longer gap, so I need to edit that to maybe 180 frames. See how that looks. I say, if there's anything that anyone in the chat wants to ask me about the game, feel free. I will happily answer any questions. If there's anything anyone wants to ask. What happened to the fire crackling sound effect? What's BGS? What's the BGS fire one? Do. Okay, I need to stop that. Will I be releasing the game when completed? My vague plan for the game at the moment is I want to get sort of a demo opening level type thing done by the end of this year. At that point, I'm going to sort of do a little bit of press for it. I'm going to, well, obviously I can't do that on my own site, but but I'm going to make a trailer for it, start spreading the trailer around, and just see what people think, spread the demo around, see what people think of that. If people like what they see and they're like, oh yeah, I'd like to see more of this, I will probably continue and make the full game. I have a plan out for for where I want the game to go, but whether I follow that will depend on what people think of the demo. After that, assuming I do the full game, I will release it. Again, I don't really know how yet. That's a lot of things that I will think about depending on how the demo goes down once it's done, but we'll see. That's my big question at the moment, is just sort of how the demo will go over. So it's going to take a while doing this, but we'll see how it all goes. Let's go back and edit this event. I'll put the play BGS fire before the 180 frame wait. And then fade out BGS. Make sure we paste that after the wait. We'll see how that looks. I need to make sure I get rid of the BGS from this one so they don't overlap. Just check the edits are on there. Yep. Now we'll give this another go. Okay, what I want to see if I can do is, can I stack multiple graphics on there? One moment. Right, sorry about the wait there. Okay, what I'm going to see if I can do is if I can layer multiple visual effects on one spot or not. What's the game length I'm aiming at if I decide to make it fully? It's going to be fairly short. I'm aiming at about 4 to 5 hours. So for a JRPG, that's certainly pretty short, but I have a story I want to tell, and I don't think it's best served by padding it out with arbitrary battles. I have some ideas of how I'm going to get the difficulty to curve correctly, so depending on how it goes, it would be fairly easy to add in some additional dungeons to pad out the story length, but I prefer the idea of it being a sort of 4 or 5 hour long story. Let's have a look. Switch. Self switch. No. what can I do? Oh, I know what I could do. Let's get character to turn. Movement switches. Where were the movement switches? Set move route, that's what I'm looking for. Turn 90 degrees right. Okay. And how did I do this last one? I want to do show animation. I'm looking for some lightning based animation. I do blow thunder. I'm going to turn on switch 2. Turn switch 2 on. I want to play a BGS for lightning, if there is one. So play BGS. Is there anything that would work for thunder in this? Any? No, that's not the kind of shock I was hoping for. No, let's get rid of that shock effect. Let's see. Is there anything in here that would work? Crash. No, again, wrong kind of crash. Thunder 1. Three? I think 3 works well, so we'll put in sound effect. Because it's lightning, it needs to be quicker, so we're going to wait for maybe 60 frames. We'll give that a go. And we'll turn the control switch 2 off. So what we should do now, checking that all saved, yes, is that we should now turn round to the right and do a second elemental. Oh no, I didn't put the lightning onto map 4, did I? I think I need to put it there. So we basically just need to find an image for lightning in a second and make it dependent on switch 2 being on. What ones do we have? No crystals, one indoors. Doors. It's not going to be in door 3, but I'll scroll down anyway. I guess at a pinch that could work for lightning, but I'd really rather it didn't have to. Hexagrams. Where's my nice lightning effect? I need a lightning effect. Something that looks like lightning. Well, this could be a disappointment if there's no stock effect for lightning. I can just take for my uses. For now I'm just going to put in a test effect until I make my own lightning effect, so it's going to be slightly crystal looking lightning, but I know what it's meant to be. I can at least see if it works. Yep, it looks like it works. So let's go back to there, do another effect. Let's check the order we want to do. I'm going to turn the player 180 degrees, which I think is in set 2, set move route. Turn 180 degrees. And above, what are we going to do? We need the animation to go in there. So show animation. What do we have? Blow. There's no blow water. We'll try blow ice and then what's the next step? Show animation, control switches. So we need to do a control switch 3. Switch 3 is on, which will be the switch for our ice effect. Play the effect, wait, switch off. What was it? Play the effect, play SE, wait, switch off. Play BGS, wait, switch off. Play sound, wait, switch off. No, I don't like that effect. Okay, the wind effect works, so we'll put in the wind effect. Wait, 120 frames. Fade out BGS. And then switch off. So go back to this. Control switches 3. Switch it to off. And then in map 4, this needs to be above. Dependent on switch 3. We need some kind of nice ice effect, and I'm probably just going to steal one of the... which ones was it? I think it might have been in Tileset C, yeah. I'm going to steal this and use it for the item I've got. Something better for fire effect. I think it needs to be on auto run. Probably doesn't make a difference, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, what I need is, from here I want the character to turn back, or turn to the left-hand part of the screen, and prepare to do another spell of some sort. But that's when someone's going to come in and interrupt her, and we're going to get what's going to be our catalyst for the big adventure, which is somebody seeing her, which is not what she wanted. So while this is going on, if we go back to that edit event, we'll switch on switch 4. I think we're going to have to run this as a separate event. So if we switch on switch 4, and then from in map 4, we set a new event on this spot, which is dependent on switch 4, so it won't start until after that magic is done. We want another player effect, so we'll start from there. This is going to be an auto-run event when it happens. And we're going to do a movement path, which was in 2, wasn't it? Set move route. Apply, and let's see what happens. Okay, I need to change that, because what's currently happening is that it's the main character that's walking away rather than my new introduced sprite. So let's delete that. We want we'll do a custom move route for the event. We get the event to move right 5 spaces. And hopefully they'll stop after 5, that's the other thing. No, that's not working, so we need to change that move cycle. Okay, she doesn't stop moving after 5 steps because I haven't got an end to her path, and the player character can still walk around while this is going on. So this is not ideal. What I've got is switch 4 going on. Okay, let's not worry about that for now. I will get rid of the switch 3 bit, and I'm going to try and work on some other parts of this. So What else did I have that I want to do? Intro story. Okay, do I have any good tiles that I can use for creating a path? Which is a nice thin path out of the town. What if I... Okay, let's undo that. This is probably going to look really, really awkward, but again, until I find a better way of doing it. This might just have to do for now. And if you go to event, I'm just going to cut it from there and paste it onto the bottom of the mountain, because then at least we can control which square it's going to. What can I tell viewers about the plot? What I will say about the plot so far is that the big thing you have to worry about, that the main character is going to have to worry about in the game, is not necessarily the enemies they're facing so much as the people that they're going to be leaving behind after this introduction. You play as a character who basically from a young age has been aware that they have a series of powers which the people around them don't have. And they have these sort of dreams of, oh, well, I've got all these magical powers, I'm going to train and I'm going to be some kind of hero and I'll go out on big adventures and I'll save the world someday. And as we're going to get to shortly, very, very close to the beginning of the game, it's this sort of character's doing what she always does, goes off and practices her powers when no one's around, and this time somebody sees her, and very quickly she's going to end up with a mob of people with the sort of, you're a witch, get away, what are you, you're evil, you're the devil, all that sort of thing. And they're going to start chasing after her. And the big sort of gameplay hook I want to have going on through this is that while yes, there will be a quest that will show up later, and there will be a chance for her to go and save the world, throughout the whole adventure there's going to be the people she's left behind chasing after her. And understandably, these are people that she used to consider friends and family. She doesn't want to hurt them. So in those battles, if you kill the mob of people from your hometown that is coming to get you, if you kill them, it's a game over. I want to make it so that you cannot kill them, or that is completely against what the character wants. So instead, what you have to do is either there'll be multi-character mobs. You've got to get all of the party asleep or paralyzed, and then flee the battle in those battles. And they're going to come up and they'll become more and more powerful through various means. Like they'll get better weapons, they'll get more people. And it's going to be harder and harder for you to do these battles where you have to get the whole of the enemy party asleep or paralyzed so that you can run away, rather than using the strength that you're building up fighting against monsters as you go on your journey. It'll make you stronger, but it won't necessarily make you any better at escaping. So you'll have your battles to fight, but the toughest thing will be every time that the people from your hometown show up with a bigger and bigger mob, it's going to be harder and harder for you to run from the battle. So that's what I'm willing to talk about at the moment. I have some other things in mind, but again, they will become clear as the experience goes on. So I hope that answers your question in the chat about the plot. I hope it gives you a bit of an answer of what I'm planning. What was I going to do next? Let's go back to the town for now. Go back to event planning. currently the end of this first event is that I spawn onto the map. So I want to do a new it's going to be the house. So let's just put some floorboards down for now. What would work as a good floorboard? Bucket effect. And I want to have that'll look alright. So this can be the main house, and I just want to go back and edit that event from the beginning so that rather than spawning into the first town, I'm going to edit that so they spawn to somewhere in the home map. For now, let's make it just before the exit to the room so I know where to find it. That's going to spawn out of the town, so I need... Which one's going to be our house? We'll make it this one. So set up a spawn out of the... Set up a spawn out of the home map. So on player touch. Transfer player to just outside that door. Apply, and then we'll copy and paste that so it covers the exit doorway. Now once I know that works, I'm going to start populating the initial town and try and get the story a bit more obvious as to what's going on in that town. There's a slight problem which you'll see when I skip through the text, which is that all the text overlaps if you skip through the text. So again, I need to go back and fix that, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So it spawns into the house. Why can't I walk? Oh, I need to change the passage settings, don't I? Yeah, the slimes are still there for now. It's just making this introduction significantly quicker to test through. Okay, I can at least walk inside my house now. I shouldn't be able to walk through the walls. That's better. And if I leave, it leaves my house. Okay, right, so we've got some progress. I want to populate my house slightly, so what can I have in here to make it look more obvious that this is a home? I want to have that as a rug, but it's doing a weird thing with shadow. Oh, I know what's going on. What I'm using for the floor is technically it's a roof texture, which means it's going to cast shadow on rugs, which is not good. I'm not sure how I can fix that for now. What if I try using the full tool on that? That's better. It works. I don't particularly like that texture, but if I do a tile floored house, stone floor, yeah, that will do. Which means I can scroll back up now and I can have, where's my nice rug effect? Another table. I'm sure I can find a bed in here somewhere in one of these tabs. See if there's anything else I can put up. Put some things along that wall. So there we go. For now we have a vague starting home, which can always be edited later, but I just want to get that in as a placeholder. So from there it goes to map 2. We come out. I'm not going to worry about filling the interior of these other buildings yet, but they will be something later. I just want to have a couple of auto-running events. Switch. We don't want anyone that looks too heroic. This is meant to just be your average town person. We'll do a cat on a random same as characters. Let's retry that intro, see how it does. I need to change my save file 2 to that. And now that we've got a new texture.
When I first knew I was different, I dreamt of crowds cheering as I passed villains I was aspiring to be me.
So I can make this save 1 now. I should have a nice randomly moving cat around here somewhere. Okay. I want some more random movement character types. I want this to feel like a very sort of alive, bustling city. Random. Just going to set them all on random movement paths for now. I'm sure that'll work. It doesn't need to work for too long anyway, because it's only long enough that, you know, you can leave the town and it looks like there were people there. And what I do want to do is I want to test putting one character on an approach movement. I don't know who yet, but we'll put this random person on approach and see what they do. We'll put that on random and we'll see how that's looking. Okay. It doesn't make that much of a difference if I put him on approach. So until I script an event, I will leave him as random path. What I want someone to talk to the main character before they leave town. Just to say something like, oh, where are you off to? And for the main character to have to make some kind of excuse as to where they're going, which then justifies why they're being followed and why they get spotted later. That's the other thing I need to check is, can I walk over those tree textures or not? It doesn't really matter, but just because as things currently stand, yeah, I have no real way of leading people to that mountain. It's a little out of sight. So, oh, that's a good point. In case people try to turn back, I need a way to get back into the village. So, transfer player to that spot, and it needs to be on player touch. We'll paste it there. So I should be able to leave the village now and come back. Once again, please forgive the overlapping audio.
When I first knew I was this sort of villain, I was wrong, my nature inspiring to be me.
Come back into town. Yeah, I don't like having it this corridored. I'm going to undo the corridoring and just... I think the big thing is I need to make it less of a big square, because it's very obvious that it's a big square when you've only got 2 places to go. So can I use the bucket tool to... yeah. Alright, it's time to make the opening area a bit less of a square. Let's bucket tool. Make it arbitrarily squiggly for now. Let's just see how that plays when we try it out. Do file 1. So I can leave the house. Yeah, that'll look alright. Oh, hello, new person in the chat, Vicky Vellerman. Hello. Okay, I'm going to go back to the interactions one. Where do I find the mountain? Was the mountain in page B? Stick it back to being able to only enter from the base of the mountain. Even though the right-hand base of the mountain isn't going to work yet, because until I've got that event finished, there's no point copying and pasting it over. Because it won't copy over my changes. Okay, and that's when that'll need to come in. So what have we got left? Spotted using magic. I think that's it for today. I've got some other stuff I want to do, but I don't know how to do it yet, so I'm going to go and do some research and work out how to do what I want to do next. But thank you for joining me, everyone. This will be up on YouTube this evening, probably, so if you missed any of it, you can watch what you missed. Thank you for joining me again, everyone. And I will do some more of this tomorrow afternoon, probably. So in, I don't know, maybe about this time tomorrow would probably be a good time. I might do some more streaming. Hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you all again soon.